Warning, this podcast discusses conspiracy theories and critiques the pharmaceutical industry. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research and consult professionals before making health decisions. We also invest in cryptocurrency, which you have to be an absolute fucking retard to buy in. Make sure you're consulting a financial expert for more information on this.
Welcome to the Higher Values Show with Cashman and Randall Brad. Let's go. Let's smoke some weed. Learn some things. Deep grins and intellects state are on wing. We're here to open up your mind and hear the truth that you will find. So light it up and join the crew. We're here for you. We'll play Bill, Bill, Piconi, Catty, told you.
It's all here.
Maybe I'm here finally. Maybe I just haven't been here. All of us. Yo, welcome to another episode of Higher Values. I'm Cashman, and of course, today we've got Brad and T. Prince here with us, and we're going to talk about apparently Elon and Trump are not friends anymore. I don't know how that happened. How the fuck I get off this big screen too? That shit.
You know, I'm hoping Tony gives us a little bit more of a rundown because, you know, my brief summary here, and this is a brief summary, in my opinion, it was a bromance period initially. You know what I mean? Like we're just feeling each other out, you know, and everything's all good. And we know how that works with men, you know, like they just want to be cool until there's like that one thing that they just can't fucking agree on. And then they got to find out whose dick's bigger. And this is where we're at right now. We don't know whose dick's bigger definitively yet. It seems like Elon's got a mighty big one. He's swinging that motherfucker out, but Trump's not backing down. So that's where I'm at on this. And honestly, that's probably why Elon had a black eye, is because he caught a dick to the eye.
Well, they were having sleepovers at the White House. So, this is just like
They
out
did
of
what?
left field. He went
They were having Diddy parties at the White House, she said.
full like scorched earth. Which it was planned. This wasn't like his ending on Doge was a surprise. They knew that there was an end date, and his end date came and went, and he has just blown up X the last day or so, talking about the bill, and it's called it a disgusting abomination. I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous port-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. Like, he's gone scorched earth the last 2 days. And Trump said, that it's out of left field, and they ended on a good note, and he doesn't understand it. So it's all very.
I almost wonder if we'll get a full emotional take from Elon, if he feels like jaded or disheartened, because I don't want to say he was doing a lot of work with Doge, but he certainly wasn't doing anything over here at X. Certainly wasn't doing anything over at Tesla. And, SpaceX was doing some good shit. But anyway, I digress. He was definitely all in on Doge, and the tax savings and the fraud and all that stuff. And I think he wanted to have a little bit of a win from that, like to parade around, like, hey, we saved some money. We got Americans some money into their pockets, like they flirted with that idea of the $5,000 check, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That would have been a huge win. And now that come to find out, all that we did with that Doge money is we're just going to try to pass this bill and fucking ramp up defense spending. Fuck it. We're all going to Israel and Egypt. We're going to blow the shit out of the people in goddamn Gaza. Fuck all those Muslim sons of bitches. Maybe Elon's a little pissed, and I can understand why he would be, because this doesn't go, for what initially I think he thought he was getting into, where it was literally just make America great again, build a better America. Maybe that was Elon's honest thought. And then he gets into the politics, and then, well, come to find out, it's a political fucking shit show. I don't know. I'd love to hear like his honest take later on, but I don't know if we're ever going to get that.
And, they've been all about the transparency, but some things just We don't need all this. Like, the country doesn't need all this.
Okay, but like, what's really in this fucking bill?
Defense spending. Honestly, I haven't
And
read the full fucking bill, but
according to Marjorie Taylor Greene, who apparently can't read 300 pages in one day because she said,
a
full
lot of legal bullshit.
transparency, I did not know this section on pages 278 and 279. So it was literally less than 300 pages of the bill she didn't read of the OBBB that strips states of the right to make laws or regulate AI for 10 years. I am
Now,
adamantly opposed to this. It violates states' rights, and I would have I would have voted no if I had known this was in there. Like, literally, sweetheart, just ask Grok to summarize for you.
I'm telling you, but we gotta. I gotta do it. I'm gonna go get my old friend here.
First off, I'm just saying, if any of our fucking people that make laws for us are using Grok and shit to summarize for us, get them the fuck out of this. Because you fucking bastard that ain't gotta fucking do anything, really, and you can't read the pages of this fucking bill, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, seriously. Like, you can't. You're voting on it, and so
you can't read it.
She literally just said she had no idea what she voted on because she didn't bother to read it. And I'm a fast reader, and it was what 1,000 pages. I could have skimmed all 1,000 pages and had a pretty good idea of what was going on before I made a vote against something that is.
There's a reason I'm not a politician, because I don't want to read fucking 1,000 fucking pages. So
Well, I think if me and you, Cash Man, if me and you were in the Senate, we'd get a lot of things done, because me and you, I can tell right now, we'd look at something, you especially, you see 300, 500 pages, you would say, listen, I know you're trying to hide shit, because you wouldn't put it in 500 pages if you wasn't trying to hide shit. Stop being a faggot, bitch. And we would just get shit done. And that's what we need more of. So, honestly, I'd like to take us all back. Y'all remember in January, I came out, I had a video on all the airplanes that was crashing and all the, aviation stuff going on. And I said, if you remember, they're doing this to push AI and autonomous pilots. That's what they want. They want these Tesla Airbuses. They want this AI. They do not want any people in air traffic control. They don't want people there. They're done with these retards. Get them out of there.
What?
Make it automated. Make it AI. And seeing that in the bill, or hearing about this in that bill, that's what makes me wonder, when are we going to get AI flying around on these goddamn airplanes? And I cannot wait to see that. So, just to make a quick address, Tony may have snakes in the chicken coop. So that's where she went off to. Hopefully she wrestling up them snakes, getting them good.
Where the hell did she go?
Well, she put in the private chat, she got somebody put snakes in the chicken coop, and they're trying to wrangle them up. I never had that happen.
I just seen that.
That is wild stuff.
Snake in the chicken coop.
Mm-hmm. But, like I always said when this was all happening,
But like, what kind of snake? She is down in Alabama.
They could have that rattler. That rattler get you, boy.
They got rattles down there?
Oh, yeah. I don't know where they all are, but I know I had them in Florida when I was over there. And
yeah, fuck all that.
I came out. I was just trying to smoke some weed on my back patio one morning, and there this motherfucking rattler right underneath my barbecue grill. And I said, honey, go get me the shovel. And I shot that motherfucker. Hell yeah. And that little motherfucker was trying to hiss at me and strike. And I was out there. I tell you what, it was hilarious. I had an Amazon box as my shield. And I said, yeah, get back. And I was stabbing it with a shovel. The most outrageous shit for real. But,
yeah, Dale didn't last long there.
Nah, we were just talking about politics, but I don't care about that shit anymore. Especially now that Tony's gone.
Don't we got a giveaway coming up?
We do. Very excited about that.
Why don't you tell the people so they can be excited?
Well, shit, I forgot how much we're giving out. Half pound of beef
So
jerky
we're giving out 1 full pound of
to 2.
Herder Edibles beef jerky, but there's going to be 2 winners, half pound each.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And that's going to
So-
be, I want to clarify, that's going to be the infused beef jerky from them, correct? Because I know they also have some uninfused. But
I mean, I suppose if a winner didn't want infused, they could reach out to Herder and do that. But listen, if you watch this show, the likelihood that you watch this shit sober, not very likely.
Yeah. You getting that shit.
So, I mean, yeah, look out for that on our X account. You know, that you'll have the same old bullshit, you know, blah, blah, blah.
I did get confirmation from Grower Coalition. They did end up sending out the package to our giveaway winner last week after Memorial Day. They were going to send it out in the weekend, and then, whatever. So it should be getting there soon. Hopefully now.
No, she actually got it, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I did send her the tracking and all that stuff. Okay. So, you know.
I figured she was all caught up on that.
Way, whatever. Our giveaways land. If you ain't learned that by now, well, fuck you.
Yep. And speaking of fuck you. Oh, Tony's back. We'll save this story for later. Not fuck you specifically, but do I have a story about somebody that I fucking hate right now with a passion. And
what kind of snake was it?
Looked like a copperhead. He was little though. It wasn't. My son said, it's the biggest snake I've ever seen in my whole life, and I was thinking like something massive, and he's maybe this long. So
you guys got the rattlers down there?
Yeah, we killed one of those in the carport last week.
Holy.
And I hate snakes. I hate snakes with a passion.
Y'all
I don't
really like snakes.
Like, I have a phobia.
For me in Florida, those motherfuckers, those snakes, they'd live inside the turtles. These turtles, they dig fucking goddamn caves underneath your house and shit. And you can't fill those things in because the turtles are in danger, blah, blah, blah. But the rattlesnakes would share the same fucking hut with them. And that's how I found out when that rattlesnake that I had in my patio, which was a baby, I quickly thought, if that's a baby, where did that come from?
Oh, shit.
That means Big Mama's around there.
There was a whole nest under my fucking house, and that exterminator bill was not cheap. But, I mean...
honestly, you ain't get up under there and get them yourself?
No, honestly, it wasn't too bad because in Florida, I know like pythons they'll give you big fucking money for, but the guy who came and got all the fucking snakes, I'm pretty sure he also had a boot business on the side where he was slapping them things up and getting people some nice new rattlesnake boots now.
Sorry about that, but I had to make sure that.
So did you skin it and keep the skin?
Oh, hell no. I'm not Daryl Dixon. I don't.
You don't play like that?
He's not turning on the spit. We're not having snake for dinner tonight or anything like that.
Anyway.
I hear it tastes like chicken. I was just worried that he was eating my babies, that he had. I had to make sure he didn't have one of my chickens in him.
Sure. That's something I don't have to worry about here.
I hate snakes. My knees are going to be all wobbly for the next couple days.
So did you kill it or did your son kill it?
My son did.
Ah, nice.
I was on camera, waiting to hear, but I couldn't hear, and I was nervous about
Did he get the shovel out or a pitchfork?
No, he got the nifty nabber and brought it up with the nifty nabber.
Nice.
We have to dispose of it because I don't want the dogs to get into it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so there's never a dull moment around here. Ever.
It doesn't sound like it. I mean,
Speaking
you got a farm.
of, do you guys want to do the comedy? Do you want to see my son got his wisdom teeth out last week?
Before we do that, I want to double back on this.
Okay.
On that bill thing with the AI.
Yeah, with the AI.
I know I spouted off as you ran off as Dale talking about how the planes and all that stuff, how I truly think that we're going to have autonomous, aircraft, or at least they're going to shove them inside air traffic control. But this does worry me when it comes to AI, because I've started to see it in education. I've started to see how teachers are utilizing AI, and it makes me strongly concerned about the quality of education that we're getting to our children. I'm not saying AI is bad. I've learned from AI, but what are we writing in the AI to change whatever history, in my opinion, because that's
Right.
what they've done.
Because it's still just a trained computer.
Right. So what is the algorithm going to tell it? Is it going to spout off some fucking bullshit like Grok did 2 weeks ago about all the genocide in South Africa, where it just totally stretched the truth? Is that what it's going to do towards slavery? Is it just going to, I have no idea what it's going to do, but I'm very cautious and concerned about it. I just wanted to highlight that. I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but I told my daughter the other day, like, hey, AI is great. Get in there, learn as much as you can now. But in 5 years, don't be surprised if that shit's totally changed and if they're trying to change history on you. Because, like,
Oh gosh. Well, but on the other side of that, Brad, the teachers are doing the same thing. I mean, school, the quality of education today is not the education that we got.
mm-mm.
It's not that, the stuff that they're teaching, the there's 457 genders and
Are
all
you
that
sure it's not
nonsense.
469?
It
Hey,
might be. It's probably. I know it's not 420.
so
Fuck no.
man, I just had a conversation with my wife this morning about this stuff. I don't want to get into this whole gender topic too much tonight, but
I don't want to get into that shit at all.
I don't
I
agree
can't
with
stand
how
it.
everybody's in a label nowadays, and it's like as soon as you have this one label that you can attach, everybody wants to be better than everybody else, or they use that to fucking stand behind that label and just like, oh, I'm trans, oh, I'm retarded, oh, I'm fucking black, oh,
I mean, I'm definitely retarded.
right. And like they're just standing on that now, like, I'm bipolar, oh, I'm this, you can't talk to me, like, and it's just like at some point, like, we all can't be having these crutches and excuses, and like we all fucked up, we all fucking people. Just because you're this doesn't make you better than me or make it so you can skip the line. So fuck you.
Right.
And my wife, she started going off on furries earlier, and just to,
What the fuck is a furry?
people who like do
Oh,
the
good
animal stuff.
grief! You don't know they like to dress up as animals.
And like, I have a problem when it comes to the kids who like to dress up as cats and dogs, and they want to go to school and like demand litter boxes be installed in public schools. This the whole
you're fucking shit.
this the whole thing, dude. This real life. But like, I want to say definitively, I have no problem with the furries on the weekends, because I'd love to be in an eagle suit. You know what I mean? Flexing, talking about coming in that bitch full drip, talking about and everybody know, like, when they see all them colors on my wings, they be like, yeah, that's his mating suit. You know what I mean? I just want to get that off my chest. Everybody has their things, and it doesn't make you better or worse. Yeah, I won the label lottery. I'm an American insert. Yeah, exactly. I'm a big fan of how that's kind of literally turned into the society that we are now. Anybody wants to be a lesbian, just so that they can show off I'm a lesbian. But when it comes time for hard work, now all of a sudden they got fibromyalgia and shit, and like their back hurts. They can't fucking do the man's work. Whoa.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is my 15-year-old son had his first night at work tonight, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm proud of him for getting a job and everything, but was I so happy to go pick him up after that first night? Like, how was your first night at work?
Them 8 hours on the feet.
Hey, he come out dripping sweat, dog. I was like, oh yeah, this would be good.
He's like, now I'm so tired. I just want to go home. I want to shower. I'm hungry.
I'm like,
welcome to the real world.
Cracked up to me, is it?
Yeah, you thought crashing out on Fortnite
I don't
was
really care.
Man, these
Welcome
kids.
to the real world.
He's like,
but I got to work 4 to 10 on Saturday. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm like, ooh, breaking you in early. Hit him with them 2 6 to 9s and then hit him with that 4 to 10 on Saturday.
Honestly, that's good though. Gets the character. I honestly, man, I look back. I started my working career at 15 on the IRS. Like actually work. Of course, I push lawns and all that. But
Yeah.
I don't look back and regret it. Like honestly, of course, I wish I was a rich kid. Sure, and like
Taught me
was
a
fucking
lot.
silver spooned everything. But now I know fucking things. I know intrapersonal communication. I know somebody's gonna try to fuck me just so that I don't get a dollar wage raise, and he does. That's
It
just life.
instilled a fucking work ethic in us.
Yes.
I mean, and
Oh my gosh,
that's what a
I
lot
was
of this
14 when I had
generation
my first
behind us
job.
don't have.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was 14. Well, I was babysitting and doing all that stuff before then, but I had my first uh income tax paying job when I was 14.
and that's just, I think it's a whole different mindset. Like when we're starting out that young, just like, okay, this is my work creates this much money. Cool. But now when I go spend that, how fast does it go? Like I knew that from a very fucking young age. Just yeah, I got a
Well, and
$400 paycheck and it's gone the next day.
I think that's a huge problem with the education system. I think that all of these basic life skills need to be taught. Like we used to have home ec and wood shop and workshop
Mhm.
and metal shop and all that stuff to teach you how to use hand tools, to teach you how to cook a basic meal. But they need to learn how to, balance their budget. They need to learn how to be able to get your utilities set up and know how,
Man,
all
so
of
I
those
took that
things are
class
important.
in high school where you had to like take the baby home. Well,
We had the
listen,
egg. We had
listen,
to
I had the
figure
real
the egg.
thing at home already.
I was gonna say
When I had that motherfucker, I walked in that class and fucking I was like, look, I ain't gotta take that baby home, right? I
I
got
already
the real
got one.
motherfucking thing at home. Like the teacher's like, nah, I think you good. I think you don't need to take the fake baby home. I'm like, thank God.
I was man, where I went to school at in Florida. I was in Central Florida. I had a graduating class of 700 people in my high school, so you can only
Oh, that's
imagine
big.
it was. After we had a ninth grade center, because that's how big it was. When you got to high school, where it was sophomores and up, they actually had a fucking daycare. Just they
Oh
just
my
knew.
God.
They just knew. Like, hey, you're probably gonna be a hood rat. You might be successful. You're gonna be a skank. You're gonna be a ratchet. You're gonna be a skank. And they just knew. Like, we need to take care of
Listen,
these
I
kids as
mean,
kids.
I needed that daycare for real.
But yeah, like that was their excuse and reasoning. Like, we don't need to give them the babies. Half these kids already got one. Like, they already know what to do. And
Like, I mean,
I'm thankful I didn't have to worry about that until I actually decided. Praise be whoever. Unless that kid comes up to me in 10 years and says, hey,
Are you my dad?
I'm be like, oh,
I'm gonna be like, well, fuck.
yeah, that's me.
I mean, I guess I suppose
Be like, tell your mama said my bad.
in theory there could be, but them bitches would already done hit me up by now. Like, look, you take care of all your other kids. Why ain't you take care of this one? Well, I did.
Dog, that's the problem for me. Like, I legit went under alias Ben Johnson so fucking much in the army. So, like, first off, I was army guy. You're not gonna see me again. Secondly, I gave you my fake name. So, like, whoever Ben Johnson is, bro, like, I'm sorry. I fucked your life up.
Ben Johnson got a lot of kids out there, dog.
Ben Johnson can't go into any hotel room. Ben Johnson can't go into fucking many bars around Augusta, Georgia, or Colorado Springs. Like, my bad. Like, I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, good
You should have
Lord.
used bend over.
I couldn't get through that straight face.
Yeah, you can't say that with this. Hi, I'm bend over.
Hi, my name's Ben Dover. Can I please have one of your finest hotel rooms for the night?
I mean, I only chose the best, America Inn, if you're gonna party,
travel lodge,
you do it for $49 or less, man. Come on now. I want the roaches in.
Fine, that's expensive. I'm gonna need that fucking $49 or $49 for a week.
Well, you know, I want the ones where like the escorts come to, not the hookers. You know what I mean?
He said, "I need the high end,
The
high end worker,
mid high, not
The
the
business
high end,
women, as
the
we call them.
mid grade high end.
Oh God!
They come over and they drop negotiations first, you know, instead of having a pimp come in afterwards. That type of I like those. Those are better for me.
Those are better for me."
Ooh, man. Sorry.
Oh shit!
Good times, bad times.
Well, we lost Steve Prince again.
Uh-oh. Well, speaking of me hating people,
I hate a lot of people, actually.
You remember in the past I've talked to you about my neighbor that lives behind me, who's the police officer, correct?
I was gonna say the copper Crime Stopper.
Mm-hmm. So
what do you do now?
So this fucking dog keeps coming in my yard, and I got all my flowers, all that shit. You know what I mean?
They piss on your flowers?
This dog be running through, trampling on my fucking flowers, fucking talking about ba-boom, ba-boom. And I just look at this dude like, and he just, you know, oh yeah, I'm sorry. But it keeps happening. Eventually, like, you're not sorry. You're just a sorry excuse of a human. So, you know, I kind of let it go.
Unplugged the computer. Just unplugged my
Perfect
camera. Sorry about that.
I'm actually yelling about a dog right now. So the other day, my wife, she's out there. She's filling up the hummingbird feeders and stuff. And the neighbor's dog comes barreling over, takes out her knees. I told her, you know, you got to LeBron James that shit. You got to fucking start flopping, dog. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
Your back hurts. Your neck hurts.
Right. Next time a dog fucking even comes near your knees, you need to be fucking jumping 6 foot in the air, crashing out, and just, oh!
OJ over the dog.
So, nevertheless, I had my dog out the next day, you know, just taking a piss, and they let their dog out, and their dog comes running over, and my dog's a little fucking scared bitch, just basically starts cowering, whatever. And as I shoo the dog away, he runs through my fucking flowers, and I said, wow, fuck this. I'm calling the cops. But they're cops. The funny thing is, his wife is the animal control officer for the county. So, you know, I'm just, great, this is going to be wonderful. I can't wait for this to happen. So because I called on the police and the animal control officer, they had to have the sheriff of the town come over and do a fucking whole sworn statement. And of course, as soon as he gets done with me, total unjustified and out of, you know, the, what do you want to call it? The code of conduct, I don't know, code what they're supposed to do. He just goes right over to my neighbor because they're friends, you know, on the force together. Oh, hey, I just want to let you know they reported you and your dog, and I'm just cool. Can't wait to see how this circulates throughout town.
So how's it going so far?
Oh, I'm getting a lot of looks. I'm wearing my seatbelt everywhere I go because
probably a good idea.
That's good.
I play with that. But me and my wife, we've been talking about it because I cannot wait for any retaliation because, like, no, you motherfuckers, you work for the city. One of you works for the county. I'm going to straight sue your asses. Fuck you. Just keep your fucking dog out of my yard. But anyway, the sheriff came back over and he's talking about, oh, they're going to work on getting a fence and all that stuff. So anyway, now that they're talking about getting a fence, we have no real property lines here. It's so fucking back ass 1950s, you know, just marked. So I've already thought about this. I'm going to let them put this fence up. And then I'm going to call the fucking property markers and I'm going to have them come mark the property.
Have them survey it and make them take their fence down.
So that's where we're going to go, just in advance. And if they decide to play games, you know, I just want to let you know, like, it's going to continue to escalate in that sense of fashion, just pure pettiness. And I can't wait to see where it goes. But that's where I'm at right now. For me, though, it's right before I called, like, I was getting, like, you know, anxious, like, well, what if they retaliate? And that was like my moment of, well, then fuck them. I'm gonna call anyway. But
So when we first moved here, we have our property is big. We've got like almost 6 acres, and the back field makes an L and goes on the side field. And there is a creek behind the property, and then on the other side of the creek, through the woods, is a subdivision. And my husband's mowing the back field, and a freaking golf ball boings off the front of the freaking tractor. Like it could have killed him. Like hit him in the head, it could have
shit.
killed him. So it could kill any of my animals. A golf ball hits one of my chickens, they're totally dead. So I, against my better judgment, I went on Nextdoor to leave a post because it connects you to people that are close to you. And I said, I don't know if you guys know we're back here, but our farm is across the creek. I have animals. I have kids. My husband, whoever's hitting the golf balls, please stop, because you're gonna hurt one of us or something, one of my animals. And of course, nobody ever reads the whole post. And the first comment is, "We have an HOA. You aren't allowed to have chickens." I don't live in a subdivision, lady. We live across the creek.
I own the amount of land that your entire subdivision is under.
Yes, yes, that postage stamp you live on. I can put all of y'all in mine. And so it kept escalating, and finally the HOA president got involved, and I had to threaten legal action. And then all of a sudden they stopped. The golf ball stopped. As soon as I threatened legal action, I said, one of my animals gets killed or something, and you're going to find out. And then all of a sudden it stopped.
Yeah. Because, she's serious. But it's a shame it comes down to that sometimes. But, that's people.
I just thought it was funny that
we got to get him on one of these days.
Oh, they want you to come on the show one of these days. Would you do that? Okay. He said he would.
Hey, all right.
He always pops up during pre-show. May as well come on the regular show.
Yeah. Come with something to talk about. Honestly.
He's still all hopped up about killing the snake.
Quite an adrenaline rush.
The biggest snake he's ever seen.
Except for the one he holds every night in his hand.
Yeah. But
he took a picture for Instagram, and he put the nifty nabber with the snake really close to the camera, so it looks huge because he's holding it.
Got to show all of his friends.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the talk of the town for next week.
He's the fucking snake guru, man. It was this big.
Gonna be out there talking like he's one of the Gator Boys. Damn, that show was like one of the fucking best. Yep. Do y'all ever watch that? Did you ever watch that show, Gator Boys, from like late 2000s? I know like Swamp People was also on too. I fucking missed that show. I don't.
Which was the one with the guy that he was the swamp guy, and he went into the swamp and would go down in the water with his bare feet and find the logs, and then they would pull the logs up and he would sell it for like scads of money because it's this preserved old wood. Did you ever see that one? But he would go into the swamp and go down to the bottom with his bare feet and find these big logs. And I'm like, yeah, there's nothing down there that's going to like freaking chew your foot off.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Says who?
Like,
it's just like noodlers. Like, who would ever stick their arm in a freaking hole in a swamp and not think
that sounds like a terrible idea.
It's
what happens if you catch a snapping turtle?
There had to be alcohol involved with the first person that ever decided that was a good idea.
I mean, there's a lot of things that happen when you drink alcohol that you shouldn't do.
You know about that, don't you?
Trust me, I know all too fucking well. I'm not going to incriminate myself live on air. Or anything
there you
like
go.
That.
That's a good idea.
But don't do it.
He wasn't drinking and driving. he was just driving after being drunk.
Yeah,
There's a
exactly.
difference.
There's no
Don't
timetable
recommend
on this.
either. Kind of expensive.
It really is. Honestly, man, like I didn't even pay an attorney for my DUI fucking 15 years ago, but like that shit probably cost me like $6,000 by
Well,
the
see,
end
I
of it.
didn't get one of those.
Thank God.
And like, and they have me with a DWAI on record. You know, it got dropped or whatever, but that's still I couldn't go to Canada for fucking 10 years. Like,
I
what
mean,
the fuck's it?
I'm not allowed in Canada.
I mean, like, I don't want to go to Canada,
I don't
but that
either.
brief moment when I wasn't allowed, like, I really wanted to go. Just,
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the fact that like I'm not allowed to go. Like, bitch, I want to go now, but like I don't really want to go.
right? Because like you
Corey
would
had a
think,
fire call. He's not going to make it.
oh, I was curious. About that.
You mean he's got to do like real adult stuff?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
real work stuff.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
real like life-saving work stuff.
well, that's
Yeah.
gay.
Fucking
Okay, so what do you want to talk about next? You want to talk about Lindsey Graham? Do you want to talk? Oh, do you want to talk about the zombie fungi?
I'm curious because I have no idea about that at all.
Oh, okay.
But
So
I am aware of just the potential for the real life development of this actually happening, especially as we get into more climate change conditions, as they like to call them out there, the global warming.
so yesterday evening, Kash Patel posted, the FBI director, Kash Patel, that he can confirm that the FBI arrested a Chinese national within the United States who allegedly smuggled a dangerous biological pathogen into the country. The individual is alleged to have smuggled a fungus called Fusarium garminarium, which is an agroterrorism agent. This fungus can cause a disease called head blight.
Oh,
So, if anybody, like we've all seen at least some of The Last of Us. Do you want fungus zombies? Because that's how you get fungus zombies.
I mean, that would be more like what the fuck the deer have. Damn, when the deer get too close and they start overpopulating, they get the brain rot or whatever the fuck it is. I feel like that's probably a similar condition that would
You mean chronic wasting
chronic
disease?
wasting. Yeah, that would be the same thing that they're talking about happening to the brain.
Well, I
It's a
think
zombie
chronic
thing.
wasting disease it's more like leprosy in deer. It eats everything. It just destroys them.
Okay, but like, why do I gotta look at these two ugly fuckers on my goddamn screen behind Tony's head?
What? What'd you say?
Why do I gotta look at these two ugly fuckers behind your
Oh, I
head?
can change. I have some. I couldn't decide today, so I prepped a couple of
Hi, Mary.
different. Here, since we're talking about this, I'll do the fungus one.
There you go.
There. Do you want fungus zombies? Because that's how you get fungus zombies.
I mean, I like fungi.
Brad, you're in Michigan, right?
I'm in Wisconsin, but I was born
Wisconsin.
in Michigan.
Wisconsin. She apparently smuggled it through the Detroit Metropolitan Airport to conduct the research in the University of Michigan.
Well, Detroit's where you would go through if you want anything smuggled. Quite honestly, and I'm not really being facetious or just joking here, but they got loose security there. They always have. I don't want to say like we go back to the old 9/11 days, but like
The person that smuggled this bio weapon into the United States has ties to the CCP as well.
Oh,
to the what?
Oh, the fucking
Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, they're a government agency.
This would have been. It's not really zombies. It targets. It infects wheat, barley, maize, and rice, and then causes significant health issues in humans and livestock. and it's responsible for billions of dollars in economic losses worldwide each year. So,
Well,
but if they're studying it, they're trying to hop it up and change it and turn it
yeah.
into fungus zombies.
Well, I mean, just like any fucking bioweapon, really, honestly, in my opinion, that's what our government's probably doing right now too. Is trying to research a way to create this and use it against other people. I kind of hope so,
Oops.
but also not really. Just, whew. I'm kind of
Is that Aunt Mary? Hi, Aunt Mary.
that would be. We should have made sure to say again. Investigator, the producer, as you know him, Corey, he's off on a fire call since he joined the volunteer fire department 2.5, 3 years ago. I don't know.
Yes, he said it was a garage fire. Everyone's okay and the house was saved, but it was definitely intense.
Yeah. Well, I know after he's been there for a while, I would imagine he's probably getting to do more than just stop traffic, and that shit's got to suck. I appreciate him out there doing that stuff, but like I've said to him face to face, not a chance I'm doing that. Appreciate you.
Brad, your ass wouldn't do that shit because it'd be too hot.
Right? He likes it cold.
It would be. I've honestly said this to him, like face to face. Look, if I'm on fire, don't do anything. Like, I'm fucked. I don't need you on fire too. Like, and if you're on fire, I ain't gonna do a
Stop,
goddamn
drop,
thing.
and roll.
If anything, I'm gonna go walk over to the hose. I ain't running. I am walking, and I'm gonna start. I'll do my best. I don't know what you want from me. It's just not my job.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Now, there's a. When I first joined the Army, I joined as a medic, and they took me on a tour right before I was about to finish my graduation for the combat medics, and we went to the Brooks Army Medical Center, which is kind of the home base for all major trauma, and like it's the burn unit for everybody. If you have major burn units, that's where you go. So they took us all on a little field trip there, and mind you, I'm 17 years old, and like. There was
burn
a whole
units are bad.
There was a whole thing that came over me, and I honestly had to like ask myself at that moment, like, if one of these guys is on fire, am I gonna be fucking of any use? And no, I'm not. And honestly, that was like me at 17. Maybe now I'd be different on it. I don't know. I'm very happy that I got to do my job where I sat inside the nice, comfy, cozy base, watching security cameras, helping everybody stay alive, nobody getting blown up and on fire. Didn't even have to worry about it. But if that ever happened, I couldn't do it. Not me.
Because the thing is, honestly, I wouldn't piss on some people that are on fire.
If their guts were on fire.
Like, these are the people that I'm driving around with every day, right? Just imagine somebody cuts you off, okay? Flips their car catches on fire. I'm suddenly supposed to go, oh, you cut me off, let me help you? Oh, fuck you, buddy. I'm going to flip you off and
I did that the other day on the way to work, and they followed me all the way to work. I thought I was going to have to call somebody in work to come out and walk me into the parking lot.
What, you didn't have pew pew pachoo on you? Could have just fucking
Well, that's what I did. When they pulled in the parking lot facing my car, I just went down like I was reaching under the seat, and they decided they were going to move on.
Well, I mean, I know you ain't playing about packing, so I know you.
Yeah.
No, and I don't miss either.
Say,
I think I was 8 when I started Rifle League. It's muscle memory at this point.
I don't trust myself to carry a gun. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
I don't trust myself to carry a gun because I'm gonna fucking use that bitch.
I would. And
somebody's gonna catch this motherfucker, dog. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not playing.
Like, that little screw could go loose, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I got the. I'm gonna be right back. And it's just gonna be like a day for anybody, and like
somebody gonna start mouthing off, dog, and they gonna catch a bullet that wasn't meant for them.
Like, I'm gonna get pulled over one day for not wearing my seatbelt. Johnny 5-0 is going to come
That's
up.
so easy, Brad. It's the easiest thing you can do.
You're right. It's the
Hey,
easiest
let
thing
me
I
tell
can do,
you,
but it's the easiest thing that they can do to fucking stop and search people and just
And
start
you're
doing
giving them
bullshit.
the reason.
No, I'm not. They're violating
Okay.
my fucking rights
Hey,
and
listen,
my
after
constitution.
recent events in my life, I am very grateful that
For the
snapping the
seatbelt.
seatbelt on is like muscle memory for me. After
That's right. Click it or ticket, Brad.
a ticket or a wreck years ago, I've always put my seatbelt on. Let's just say it's very muscle memory, and it's a good habit to have.
Yeah.
Your
Saved
daughter
your
would
life,
thank
didn't
you
it?
if you were in a wreck.
Okay, now I appreciate all this, right? Now let's just say I was blown up like fucking 6 times, right? I've come to terms, I've come to peace with the fact
I was blown the fuck
with the fact that, you know, like I could die, my life could be over. I've also tried to shoot myself in the fucking head, right? And I said, you know what, we're gonna let that go. We're gonna think about it. But like, I'm not totally, I want to say not suicidal, but like, I wouldn't mind if, like, you know, it was just not in my hands, and that's okay. You know, and like, who are they to take that away from me? If fucking something happens and I flip my shit and like it just so happens to be my time, let it be my time. It could have already been my time 12 times over. Who the fuck are you to say no? You need to still stay alive. But if I'm inside my house doing something fucking wild and crazy to myself, do the cops give a shit? So what the fuck's a seatbelt about? That's my problem with it. I don't care. It's some fucking wild shit. I'm sorry, I don't understand it. I just don't sit well with me. I can drink myself to death and nobody care. But if I don't wear my seatbelt, how dare you, sir? But
I've had too many close calls to not wear my seatbelt.
that's why I drive a truck.
And thankfully, not. They've been a long time, but my dad thought I was a crash test dummy when I was growing up because, you know, I pretty much totaled everything I ever got behind.
You know what they say about female drivers?
I'm a good driver now. Like, I've slowed down.
sure.
I used to have a lead foot, but I've slowed down.
You can't sit there and tell me
knock
that
on
you
wood.
totaled everything you used to get behind
That
and go
was
with
when I was-
confidence. I'm a good driver now.
That was when
Sure.
I was a teenager, Cash.
It's gotten way better. Okay.
Yeah, really, I am. I'm a good driver. I don't speed anymore. I'm
gonna take your word for it.
Yeah. I mean, I've driven back and forth across the state probably hundreds of
Okay,
times.
but answer me this. If you and your husband are going somewhere, who's driving?
Me.
Oh God, that's brave move.
He's a nervous driver. So yeah, I drive everywhere.
That's interesting because
No
it's
way.
not that I don't let her drive, but she just
I drive everywhere.
I don't want to.
In fact, we were just talking about this the other day. It was a couple of years ago. The boys were little. We were going to his dad's, which is in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, and you have to go on these backcountry roads. And he had to leave early, so he was driving behind me, and we were coming up over the hill, and there was a semi coming over the top of the hill, and there was a truck passing the semi over the blind hill. So he was like straight head-on collision for us. I was driving I have a Toyota Sequoia, and I went off the road, down over the hill. The back end started to get loose. I managed to keep it from flipping, and then, drive back up on the road and keep going. And he saw everything from behind. He was like, that was some fancy driving. I mean, I can't believe you didn't flip it. And so all I saw was this giant grill, right? And my son, get back up on the interstate, and he is like, wow, how did that 2007 blue Chevy Silverado almost kill us? Like, I didn't even know it was blue. I didn't know it was Chevy.
He was hyper focused, and he knew everything that happened that moment. It lasted 30 minutes to him. I've been in those situations.
Like he knew, he just rattled it off.
I was gonna ask you though, because like I think that's interesting with couples. I feel like something happens when people are driving, and like you just get set as the driver from then on. Because like every people I've asked, they always have like a weird story. Mine was almost Final Destination ish. There's a
Oh Lord.
company van where they have all the ladders and stuff, and they're just driving down the highway in the fast lane for no fucking reason, and all of a sudden this ladder starts floating, and I just quickly look over, barely enough room to get over because fuck you, I'm not getting a ladder through me. And my wife, she just from that day she goes, okay, you can drive. And
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm driving if I got the choice because I got to be in control of that shit.
That's the way I am. I don't like to be a passenger.
Ain't nobody having my life in their fucking hands no more. Because listen, I can take my own life behind the wheel. Ain't nobody taking my life shit for me.
Right.
Well, the other thing is that I do not get car sick when I drive, but if I'm a passenger, I get real headachy and I don't feel good.
Well, for me, like I can't do anything except for focus on the road. Like I don't know what it is. I get maybe nervous.
And besides, I like to smoke weed and drive.
But if I get like in my phone, or if I try to do a Sudoku or something, yeah, like I get I don't know. Do you get like a woozy feeling or the nausea
and
stuff?
headachy and yeah. But I don't get that if I'm driving.
Right.
You know what helps with that? Smoke weed.
You sure?
Yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me.
You sure? I'd be smoking a lot.
My nausea.
Then you drive like 5 miles an hour.
Bullshit. Promise I don't.
Not the first time I smoked weed, but the first time I smoked weed after getting out of the Army, hitting the Colorado dispensaries right when that shit first got legalized. I don't know what I did. I was driving while smoking weed. Dumb fucking decision. And I'm sitting at this stop sign waiting for like 12 cars to go. And I'm like, bro, I don't know if I can get in front of them and keep going like that. That's crazy fast. And then finally, like, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. And like, they were only doing like 25 miles an hour. So we're gonna wait a while before we smoke and drive.
We gotta work back up to that.
So, I'll take this moment to say
Brad's driving 10 miles an hour, and there's like 50 cars behind him beeping the horn. Like,
that's the slowest I ever drove in my life. But
so you guys want to see the videos?
Yeah,
we got some time
wrap it up with that.
Oh wait, we should. If we only have 6 minutes, I guess we'll do that after the break. How about that?
Yeah, we can be all right with that.
I curated the 3 best videos from his excursion to getting his wisdom piece removed. I don't think I've ever laughed as hard as I laughed that day. Nice. I had tears running down my face. He was so funny.
Man, I gotta ask, do you know what they gave him?
I don't know, but it was whatever it was. I'll take a double, like for real. Yeah. I'll have a double
because I'm curious, honestly, because they've been starting to, I don't want to say make regular, but fentanyl's becoming very regular when it comes to putting people under. And then giving that long-lasting pain. And I'm just curious, because if the government's out here saying fentanyl is bad, but at the same time, every surgery
here, have some.
Just it's a little kind of like the old morphine scandal that they did in the late 2000s. Just morphine's bad, but we're the only ones giving it to you, so watch out.
Let's see.
Let's see the videos. Fuck it, because I don't know how much longer I got left in me, guys. I'm tired.
All right, that'll work. We can.
So we're not going to take the break?
Yeah, we can run it till 15, 20 after or so and just call it from there, I guess. That'd be okay.
Grok says they use lidocaine, articaine, mepivacaine, and bupivacaine for procedures such as fillings, root canals.
Boobs heal
wisdom
your
teeth.
pain is all I heard there.
Bupivacaine?
That too.
Like I said, all I heard was boobs heal your pain there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, for
I
the
agree
oral
with that
surgery,
statement.
they use the IV, which is what he had,
Mm.
midazolam or propofol, Propofol, propofol.
Pussy heals all. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That too.
So you want to see the videos now?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's run them.
Okay. Let's see which one's first.
Man. Take me back to when I got my wisdom teeth done. Those were.
All right. Why is it not showing it as an option? The media player is not showing as an option to share my screen. Why is it not giving me the option?
Can you share your screen on the Restream app and do it that way? I don't.
Just do what?
Can you do it on the Restream and share your screen from there?
Let's see. Is that it? Can you see it?
Yeah, there it is. Maybe.
Okay.
No.
No.
Well, that's just your settings and stuff. What the hell?
Oh, I put it right in front of it. Let's try it a different way. Stop sharing.
This would be a good time to have a producer not at a fire call.
Right?
Yep, 'cause I don't have a fucking clue.
Over there worrying about everybody else's problems.
Fuck them.
They started their own garage fire. They should be able to put it out.
Garden hose, goddammit. Buckets of water.
While we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll do break and I'll figure out why it's not letting me share.
I'm curious about the garage fire up here. A lot of the people in my area, they have
meth. Was it meth?
They also have meth. That's true. I was going to get to that. But more importantly, they have like the old school coil breaker systems, you know, like in some of the houses, they have that 1940s electricity where they just ran everything, you know, through the attic on those weird coils and weird breaker systems. And then there's some people who have upgraded, you know, 100 amp breaker boxes. But if you know anything about electricity, most people have a 200 amp service in their house, but in our area they still have 100 amp, and they try to utilize like the lithium batteries that everybody has. You know, everybody gets their rechargeable fucking lawnmowers, blah blah blah, chargeable drills and all that stuff. You only have a 100 amp service box with non-grounded outlets. There's going to be an issue here of overload capacity, you know, the heat ratings inside your walls and stuff like that. And that's one of the major issues up here is just the non-grounded outlets with the overuse of the amperage on a under amped service panel. Just creates a fucking horrible thing. I upgraded my service panel as soon as I moved in because I have common sense. Like, I'm going to use a lot more than 100 amps and I'm going to burn my fucking shit out or my house down.
All right, here we go.
We got it. All right.
Did you get my tooth? They didn't give them to me, no. Did you want your teeth to give to the tooth fairy? Uh-huh. Should I go back and ask them for your teeth? Please? They're not. You gotta go back that way. Fucking much that way.
You didn't even turn around?
Stop. Sit. Okay.
I can't stop looking cross-eyed.
You did what, honey?
Am my eyes? Huh?
No, they're normal. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure. Why would I be lying to you?
Because I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you.
Well, I'll take two. Whatever he's having, I'll take a double.
I need some of that.
So this nice lady is going to put you under, and I said, okay.
The nice lady.
Oh, there's Here's another one. Ugh.
Oh man.
There.
It hurt. It did?
Yeah, a lot.
Do you feel it now?
Oh, of course I don't feel it now.
He's fucked up.
No,
No.
you can't take them out. No, you can't take them out.
Am I gonna bite my tongue off?
No.
No, I thought your tongue was gone.
What?
Did you tell me your tongue was gone?
He's checking my...
He had to fucking check.
I can't feel it,
Is there?
Stop. What are you doing?
trying to feel it in my tongue.
This is not gonna happen for a minute, my love.
What did you say?
Going look.
Oh, yeah. Golly.
Good stuff.
I'm crying again. It makes me laugh until I cry.
Man.
It was hilarious. I want whatever he's having. The world would be such a happy place if everyone had that.
That just takes me back, man. I got my wisdom teeth done. As soon as I got mine done, I went to Wendy's because I was fucked up.
How could you eat anything?
I didn't. I got a Frosty.
Oh, okay.
The logical thing. I said, God damn, I got this cotton. I need a fucking Frosty, dog. My buddy's like, yeah, you're not supposed to eat or drink, but I got you. I know what you're talking about.
And another thing that was funny is apparently he was fluent in sign language, which I never knew. But he was saying, he wanted water, and he was spelling stuff and like totally fluent in sign language all of a sudden. I'm like, holy shit. Wow.
That's impressive.
How come I didn't get any of those gifts?
All right,
man.
let's have our break. And when we come back, we are going to talk about Lindsey Graham, the warmonger extraordinaire, and his very, very expensive trip to the Ukraine. World War III 2.0. Yeah, I can't wait.
I just read some of your stuff on that that you highlighted, and I'm curious about it. One of the things I want to talk about when we come back real quick, I want to mention it so I remember it. Why are we going back to Iraq?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got to take a piss real quick. We'll try to.
Yep. We'll be back
for a few minutes after that.
Toasting to the highs with every sweet drink. Hot knives that alchemists watch the world blink. Beverages so fine they lift you above. With THC, honey's a potion of love. Raise up your cup, let the good times flow. Hot knives got the secret, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Roll it up, light it right, let's ignite this night. DOS filters got the goods, everything feels so right. From carbon to the paper, every puff, pure bliss. With the roller in hand, I just can't resist. Ease your mind, elevate your vibe. DOS filter, the choice you make. For the pride.
Welcome back. What the fuck's your shirt say? Assistant to the regional manager. I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, there we go. Did you ever watch the Office?
No.
You never watched The Office, man? Okay, first 4 seasons, great. After that, it gets way drawn out. It gets horrible. You don't need to watch any more of it. But if you ever find yourself in a circumstance where you're like, I'm bored, need to watch some TV, you got to watch The Office. Great fucking show. I don't know how else to put it. If you think assistant to the regional manager is funny, you got to watch The Office. It'll make sense.
Watching The Office right now.
Cashman's never seen it. It's like
I haven't either. I don't like that guy.
What's
his name?
Which one?
The lead guy, the one that makes all the faces.
Steve Carell?
Yeah.
You don't like Steve Carell?
He's kind of funny.
Is he?
He has some weird movies.
I liked Arrested Development, so everybody says I would like The Office.
I'll tell you the same thing I just told Cashman. Okay, so the first 4 seasons are great. Very hilarious. A lot of show. And then they do the same thing like every show. You know, after it just gets drawn out. It gets very fucking cliche. Very horrible, very boring, mundane.
Jump the shark.
Yeah. But, you know, first 4 seasons, fucking phenomenal. A lot of comedy, a lot of fucking fun. Good times. But no spoilers. But the Amish guy that's in that show, fucking Dwight Schrute. An Amish guy working for a paper company. It gets stupid. But, you know, anyway. Before we get into Lindsey Graham and Ukraine, I just, you know, I know technically I have to recant what I said because we've never actually left Iraq. We've always had a coalition of force there.
Well, there was that horrible exit that Biden did with all that terrible disaster and leaving people behind and all that. But that wasn't, I don't know that you could really call that an exit.
I mean, Afghanistan is such a double-edged sword because, like, first
they're
off,
never going to get along. There's always going to be turmoil there.
And well, hang on. Afghanistan, that's where we have the Taliban issue. I don't want to say there's anything wrong with the Taliban. They're their own people. They're the Amish of fucking Afghanistan, if you will. That's an extent, but they're the far right Muslims. They want their religion. They don't want, you know, the West involved in their shit. And they also, you know, have their fucking poppy seed fields where the CIA, you know, might be, you know, making some money off of it. Whatever.
And
no big
Brad's going to have SUVs pulling up to his house.
Oh, man, we knew about it. There was fucking poppy seed fields right across from the fucking bases in Afghanistan. And, like, nobody could do anything about it. But, like, were we protecting it? No. But our base was just so happened to be right there. So, like, whatever. No big deal. No harm, no foul. Don't even worry about all the fentanyl fucking that's coming into America. Don't even ask questions. Like, it's not coming from us. But, you know, I digress. When it comes to Iraq, like, correct. With Syria, especially, what Syria's been doing, we've constantly had issues with Syria. When we were leaving Iraq in 2011, 2012, the drawdown of forces, Iraq was being taken over by Syria at the time. It's just pretty much a known fact. That's what ISIS was in that region. So when they were coming in, they were establishing their footprint. We were leaving, and we had basically allowed this to happen after basically going in there for Operation Iraqi Freedom, right? That's what the whole goal was. We freed them and then allowed the Syrians to come over and fuck it up. So now we're going back because the Syrians reneged on their negotiation terms and stuff like that, and because we want a larger footprint inside of Israel. And
turn that off.
I thought we worry about our goddamn selves and fuck all these other countries. They want to blow each other up. Let them blow each other up. I don't give a fuck.
But Israel's got those fucking Jewish space lasers, man. Like, we got to be on their side. They're going to zap.
All right, let's go in there, take our fucking space lasers, and then fuck it. They want to blow each other up. Blow each other up.
Isn't Trump working on the dome for us too?
Yeah, the dome for us. Honestly, I hope we're already farther along than what we've been releasing to the public. But genuinely, like I do think that there's a bit of military strategy and reliance from Jerusalem and the United States. We do work together; it's very well known at this point. But that all happened post World War II and the development of that nation from how it got reconquered, if you will. There's some history I dug up. I don't want to go into it too much, but apparently there's a checkered history back there where it was the Jewish people's land back in the time of Egypt, and then like the Romans conquered it. Long story short, the Muslims conquered it after that, and then jump ahead, in 1950, we win World War II, and then America's like, hey, all you fucking Muslims, get out of here. We're giving this place back to the Jews, and you can suck our dick. By the way, here's the Gaza Strip, the shittiest place in fucking Israel. That's what you can have. That's what we did to the Native Americans. Suck it, bada bada boom, and that's where we're at today. Good times. I love it.
So, Lindsey Graham's trip to the Ukraine happened, and then the very next day, Ukraine bombs Russia. Like, timing. There are no coincidences.
Right.
But the thing that kills me is that the trip, Lindsey's expense report that he approved himself for this trip was $400,000.
And who paid for that?
We did.
Oh, okay, good. I like that.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
But you didn't even get, you got fucked, Brad, but you didn't get fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, they're saying the total trip expenses for the hotel and everything for him in Blumenthal was $800,000 for their entourage and whatever, the hookers, whatever else they were doing, probably
cocaine,
getting Zelensky to do one of his little jazz hands dances for them.
Okay, that might answer my. I was gonna say, whatever he had to say couldn't have been handled in a text message, like
right? Yes, it could have. It could have been handled in a text message.
Maybe an email if you want to well word it, or one of these. Get on a Skype or a face video chat. Hit him on the iPhone. Hey, FaceTime. Nothing.
But I'm not a fan of Lindsey Graham. You said you read the article that I wrote about the International Republican Institute, IRI, that Lindsey Graham runs. It's been used as a shadow government to control other governments, to coordinate incoming powers and get rid of people that don't want to play ball, and he's been behind all of it. Like, he's a total warmonger.
What state he's
how is his trip to the Ukraine not a violation of the Logan Act? I mean, seriously.
That's a fair point. Is he? I'm sorry. Is he a senator, a congressman? I forget. Or he was a senator at some point.
Well, some people were saying that he was
the
Secretary of Finance or something, but I thought that Marco Rubio was that. So I'm a little confused. I don't know that he is what they said. It's confusing. Yeah. I don't know if he's anything.
South Carolina senator.
He is a senator, but I don't think he is the Secretary of Finance or whatever.
I'm not sure if he's in Trump's cabinet or not, but if he's in Trump's pocket, that's a different story. That's a different story.
And my thing is, why is he not saying, why did you go over there? Who gave you permission? What was your reason? I mean, there should be questions asked, because they were over there, and the next day there's that major attack on Russia.
Yeah.
And so either he's complicit or he's fucking stupid.
Complacent. Just one of the two.
Complacent. complicit.
There's no room for either one of those, honestly. And I think that's part of the duality of the nature of the things. Like, yeah, we can shit talk, the Democrats, but at some point, like, as all reasonable humans, we have to be able to criticize our own people, and that's certainly how I feel. I lean right wing, but I'm not a diehardian. I don't know what the people call people like me, but like, I'm not a flip flopper, but like, I try to have reason. I try to just understand some things and not just totally go, fuck it. And if I do go fuck it, I admit, like, I don't know about that at all. And
here, I got to show you this graphic Ben Garrison did because I love it. I almost made it my background, but I didn't want to steal his stuff, so I'll just share it with y'all. Because I think it's awesome.
mm-hmm.
Ben Garrison nailed it.
I mean,
that's pretty funny.
That's a good one.
I want to suck on a government teat, man. Like, how do I get that money flow?
Man,
right?
Some food stamps.
I mean, all of my articles, a lot of my articles go into how they use U.S. aid as just a big giant money laundering scheme to move it from the American people into the politicians' pockets.
I'm a big fan of how the politicians, for the most part, they carry around that elite mantra, I'm better than you, just type of attitude. And they like to, look
Let
at the
them eat
homeless
cake.
people, right? Like, look at the homeless people and just like laugh at them, like, that sucked to be them over there sucking off the government. And like, literally, that's all that they do is just fucking fraud the government and just take money and, create fucking issues for everybody else by being greedy fucking assholes. But it's fine. It's good for them. I'm happy that they're getting all the good stuff and spending $800,000 on what probably could have been handled in a text message to Ukraine.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I also saw that maybe not totally related, but just same thing. That fucking Greta Thunberg bitch, whatever. She's over in Gaza right now.
Her.
Yeah. And she's on a sailboat right now. I'm glad she's on a sailboat, not a real boat, because I was going to fucking bash the shit out of her. Like, of course, you're over there fucking on a boat talking about free Gaza. But what's she do? What does she fucking do except for bitch and complain? I don't want to sound like a typical man here, but like,
stand to see her face. She's just so annoying and creepy. She's like this creepy little kid.
I mean,
the bride of Chucky grew up.
Because like, I understand, she's no longer a kid, she's an adult, and I was to say I'd fuck her, but that's
what? No, ooh.
I didn't say like it would be a nice romantic experience. That's not what I said.
She's gross. No, Brad, no.
One of those teach her a lesson types. I don't know. Cashman, you seen that Greta Thunberg bitch and her fucking, now that she's got titties?
She got what?
I'll show you.
Isn't she like 12?
Nah, she used to be. She's 22 now. Jesus Christ. She got boobies. Let me try to find a good picture.
I can't find it now. Somebody did an AI image and had one of the Gaza with the hood and everything on, and she's in front of her sailboat and he's behind her holding her like the scene from Titanic.
All right,
I'm gonna find it now though. I should have bookmarked it.
I'm gonna look like a horrible creep here.
Did you find the S&M picture of her?
No, I did not. But you see over here in this one where she's being taken away by the police, where she's got the one droopy. Now I saw this a while back and I said, "Oh, Interesting. She's suddenly attractive and a bitch.
Here's one someone made.
You're
You'll like
retarded.
this one, Brad.
No, she's retarded, and that's probably why I'm giving her the pass. And I'd fuck her. Just I'll let it slide that she's retarded, loudmouth
Here
bitch.
you go, Brad.
It's okay. See, exactly. Right? Like
the post says, if this were Greta Thunberg, most of you would believe that climate change is real.
It's getting hot in here already.
Good Lord. On that note.
So do you want to talk about the giveaway before we sign off?
Yeah, let's reiterate that. We got what the hell was it? Jesus, a half pound going out to 2 lucky winners. So one of you each, one person each, 2 of you, half pound, full pound of infused beef jerky going out total, half pound to each of you, right? So we're going to post on that. We should have already done, like, we suck at life. We're here. It'll be out in the next couple days. And then next week when we come on the live, we'll be drawing that. So that'll be coming from our friends at Herder Edibles. Make sure you're giving them a shout out anyway. Check out their website. Any purchasing that you do from them helps support their cause where they help cancer patients. And that's part of why we like to continue to do stuff like this. Anything that we can do to help them.
Higher Values 10 at that website.
Smart.
Yes.
Good plug.
And you know what? I was looking at their website. Their prices are very reasonable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very well priced.
Their prices are fantastic.
I mean,
delicious edibles shipped right to your door. You can't beat it.
If you take the THC price out, like, and you're not even like worried about the THC content, like it's still even reasonably priced when we're just talking about
candy and cookies and chocolate.
Right.
And
they're not out here to try to screw anybody over. They're just trying to help. And I highly recommend us giving them a shout and checking them out. Before I get out of here, next week, I'm going to try and have close-up photographic images of my neighbor's deck. This is the most fascinating thing that's been happening to me all week. Mind you, as a dad, I feel like, you get to a certain age, Cashman might agree, you just start like judging when other people do like DIY projects, or like anytime you see construction, you're just like, that looks pretty good. Or,
we got issues.
And as soon as they started ripping up that deck with a crowbar, I said,
You've been watching with binoculars, haven't you, Brad?
Nope. I sat out yesterday on my picnic table with a fucking beer and I just watched. And I said, let's see where this goes. And
better than HGTV.
It was, because the first thing that my neighbor tells me a couple days ago, they're just replacing the deck boards. They were getting warped. I wanted to get on it before it got bad. She didn't need to replace her fucking deck boards. I really have no idea what the hell was going on. Anyway, so I feel bad because, like, in my opinion, that deck was fine. But these guys come over, they start ripping her shit out with a crowbar, not even trying to unscrew it. And that's when we're going to have problems. So then when they start laying the new deck boards down and they tell her, I'm listening from just right in my yard. These little waves here, as we were pulling it up, we noticed your frame underneath was bent and warped. If it was bent and warped before, how was the fucking deck flat before? What the fuck are you talking about? You mean when you were crowbarring, you were fucking ripping and pulling everything up? And then as I get closer, I see, you're not going to notice this today.
Brad's inching closer to the job.
they just grab boards, right? They just grab 2x6s. Just grab boards. Not one person inspected any boards, make sure that you're getting close to that center cut or anything like that. Nothing. And I know that that's just a dad thing. But these are fucking horrible boards, and they didn't do crowning on them or nothing. These things are going up, down, left, right, wherever the fuck they wanted, and I can see it. It's already starting to. And they tell her, "Oh no, we're gonna have to just replace some of the frames underneath." And so now you guys are replacing her whole deck.
And the price just keeps going up and going up for the poor lady.
Just
pounding the beers. Taking pictures too. You were taking pictures too, weren't you?
Sure was. Pretending I'm text messaging. I got it.
You made sure to turn your phone on silent so they didn't hear the click of the phone, the camera when you took the pictures, didn't you? You did.
Well,
sneaky.
No. At this point, I'm honestly, if they come back tomorrow and they continue to do some jacked up work, I'm gonna have to go over there like a
Oh,
sarcastic
no.
dad
Well, you
and just
need
be
to
like,
have
"Oh,
your phone
nice."
in your pocket with the camera out, like
Yeah,
recording. We need the
Can
video
you just go
footage.
live when you do it?
that should be the that should be the way to do it because I got a whole script. Just I love the way you guys did the waves and everything. It really gives a nice free flow atmosphere to the deck. How'd you install that?
All right, y'all. I'm out of here.
Thank y'all for joining us. It was a fun night.
Peace.
Yeah, not too bad.
Bye.
We came up from the bottom, now we top tier. Brendo and Cashman, everyone give a cheer. Higher values in the game, we're the pioneers. Speaking loud, raising high, forget all the fear. This is the moment, we let the world know. Values that matter, let the truth flow. Brendo and Cashman, we rise and we thrive. With higher values, we keep the vibe alive. Tune into the truth, let the wisdom arrive. In the heart of the South, watch our dreams collide. Every episode hitting like we just dropped heat. From the streets to the booth, hear the rhythm and beat. Discussions ignite, in the zone we compete. Connecting with the fan, feel that community heat. We keep it real, never play pretend. This journey of ours will never end. Brando and Cashman, we rise and we thrive. With higher values, we keep the vibe alive. Tune into the truth, let the wisdom arrive. In the heart of the South, watch our dreams collide. Every episode hitting like we just dropped heat. From the streets to the booth, hear the rhythm and beat. Discussions ignite, in the zone we compete. Connecting with the fan, feel that community heat. We keep it real, never play pretend. This journey of ours will never end. From the mic to the world, we uplift and inspire. Thanks for riding with us, let's take it higher.
Okay, so strap in, strap on. We're getting ready to go past moon, straight to Uranus.